Hey, what's good YouTube? My name is Luke and I've gained over 10 million followers on Instagram in the last 2.5 years, and inside of this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can grow and monetize a following on Instagram by using AI. Now this video consists of 4 steps that we're going to cover, and step 1 is going to be on how you can actually set up your Instagram profile using AI, so how you can find a logo and create a username. Then after that we're going to move on to step number 2, which is going to be about how you can actually create content. So I'm going to share all the tools that I personally use to create my content. Then in step 3 we're going to dive deeper into how you can actually build an audience and collect data of your audience as well, so we can move on to step number 4, which is to actually monetize your audience by using digital products. Now inside of this video I'm literally giving it all away, so make sure to grab a pen and a notebook because this is all you're gonna need in order to make money with AI. Alright, in this part of the video I'm gonna walk you guys through my 4-step process from setting up your profile to eventually monetizing it with AI. Now keep in mind that AI is a super good tool in order to of course speed things up and just produce better quality content, but you still got to understand how to create content and why certain things work. Like, you don't just want to fully rely on AI. But yeah, today in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can use AI, of course, and how you need to use certain softwares in order for you to make cool content that can actually go viral and eventually you can make money from, right? So first of all, when it comes to setting up your profile, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Shorts, like basically the process is still the same. Like, first of all, you need to do your niche research, and this is very simple, right? So I always like to go to ChatGPT and I just type in, yo, give me 5 Instagram niches that are trending right now. Now, here's what a lot of people do is they type this in and then they're just waiting for ChatGPT, of course, to say it. But what you need to do is you need to dive deeper into it, basically. So, okay, let me see. They have AI and tech for everyday life, sustainable living and eco-tech, personal finance and Gen Z investing, remote work, digital nomad lifestyle. Okay, I think this is a bit more for personal brands. I'm going to change it to, can you give me 5 niches for a faceless Instagram page that are trending right now? Cool. So right now it should give us a bit more like broader niches. So you can see AI. Okay, this is okay, motivation, self-improvement, food and recipes. So I'm gonna go right now with motivation and self-improvement. So I like motivational and self-improvement. Please give me a sub niche within this niche. This is super important to us because otherwise you're way too broad. So right now ChatGPT is going to give you a bunch of sub niches that you can choose from. So they're going to give us 5 sub niches: discipline and daily habits. Okay, you can see it also gives content ideas. You don't really need that, to be fair. Okay, philosophical motivation. I actually have a page in the philosophical motivation. It performs really good at the moment, so they're spot on with this. Mental health, morning routines, inspiration, overcoming failure, stories and lessons. So the thing is, a lot of the niches that ChatGPT is going to give you are not the best, right? Like, for example, morning routines. Like, you don't want to start a Faces page about morning routines, to be fair. But for example, the philosophical motivational one, that's a pretty good one, because I, for example, have this page which is also about philosophical motivation, and it is over 900,000 followers and less than 300 posts. So you can just go about this, and then I was like, hey, just give me niches only, give me 5 more. Okay, so again, mindfulness, goal setting, time management, confidence. Okay, I don't like them, make them broader. Now you can see that with ChatGPT you just got to play around a bit with it. Now if you actually want to speed up the process and don't want to ask ChatGPT and go through this, what you can just do is you can wait until the end of this video, where I'm going to show you exactly how you can get access to my sheet with over 2,000 pages, where you can see exactly how much followers those pages have, how many followers they're growing or losing. And that way you can make like a calculated decision on what kind of page you want to start, because you literally have all the data on what's working right now and what's not, right? So yeah, again, you can just brainstorm of this for the niche. It's not the most important thing to use ChatGPT for this. It's still good, of course, to do your own research and of course have a sheet like this. So again, make sure to stay until the end of the video where I'll show you exactly how you can get access to it. So right now let's actually move on to the username, because here's where it gets a bit more interesting. So when it comes to a username, you can again use ChatGPT, but ChatGPT usually gives you like super generic names that are like 99% of the time taken. So I always like to use Namelix whenever I have to come up with a name. So I already filled in some information. So what it's gonna do is gonna ask some brand info. So any keywords that may be related to your ID or business. So for example, if we want to go start a page in the entrepreneur niche, I might type in entrepreneur, right? And then I have an Instagram page about entrepreneur quotes, and I need a good name for it. Okay. Now let's see what it does. So this is basically, again, pretty similar to ChatGPT, but it's just focused on names alone, and it gives you a bunch of names to choose from. So you can see, and they're a bit more like original, I would say. Of course, you still have like the business squad. Like, of course, that one is going to be taken. But if you go through it, you will find a lot of names that probably are not taken, like passionpreneur. That's a really solid name in my opinion, right? And the amount of names that you have over here is basically unlimited. So I'm pretty sure that you can find a solid name for here. So this is what I always recommend when it comes to finding a name. Again, you can use ChatGPT, but this is a lot better, and it's free as well to use, right? So then let's go to the logo. For the logo, we're going to use Canva. So I already made like a preset with AI. So what you can do is that you can go to Magic Media over here and describe what you like to create. And you can basically type in literally what kind of logo you want. And then Canva is just going to generate an image for you. So I'm going to say, for example, like I made this one because I have a page called Mindset Raptors. So what I did was, I was like, hey, I have a page called Mindset Raptors in the motivational niche. I would like a logo in black and white, since those are my team colors, right? With the letters M and R. Cool, now we can generate images. We gotta be a bit patient because this usually takes like a couple seconds. So let's see what the AI can do for us. And you can do this like as often as you want. So you can see over here, like, I'm not the biggest fan of this logo, but this, okay. But you can also generate them again, basically. Or you can just type in a different prompt and it will just spit out logos for you that you can use. So you don't have like any issues with copyright as well. I mean, this one is actually not bad, but you kind of get the idea. Like, I'll also switch it up and be like, I have a page in the business niche. I would like a simple logo with the letters E and Q in black and yellow. Right, so we gotta wait a bit again. But you can see, like, if you do this like a couple of times, I'm 100% sure that you'll actually find a logo that's super good. Like, you can see those logos are not bad. Like, of course, they're not like insanely good, but as I said, if you change the prompt and you'd be like, I want a black background and yellow text for the logos. This is how you should do it with AI. Like, you should just keep on going until you finally have the thing that you're like, nice, this is it. Like, don't just go with the first thing that they gave you. So this already looks a bit more professional, of course, and you gotta change it to your name. But I get that I guess that you get the idea what we're doing with the logo over here. Again, this is going to take you some time and you need to try out different prompts in order to find the logo that you really like. But that's basically it for the profile setup. So for your niche research, either use ChatGPT or my sheet. Then for the name, you can use Namelinks, and for your logo, you can use Canva to create them for you. So let's move on to step number 2, because right now that we have a profile set up, we need to actually do our content research. And I'm a super big fan of this software. It's called Viral Finder. There's a free plan where you have, I think, like 10 searches per month, so you can search, 10 pages. I'm going to show you exactly how you can search pages and what the benefits are of that. I have the pay plan. It's like $27 a month or something, where I have a limited amount of searches. So if I go to results, I already did some searches in the past. I'm going to use my page called Opus Reality as an example. What you can do over here is that you can literally sort all the content that I've posted by likes, comments, engagement, views, etc. So views is, of course, in my opinion, the most important one, because the more reach you get, the more you get seen and the more followers you probably get. So you can see that, hey, this one 31 million, 19 million. So with this, you can literally see the best performing content on the entire page. And you can also filter it, for example, post it after, I don't know, June 1st, you can see like the content that's been posted in the last month, and then based off of that, you can see literally what's trending, what's working for the page right now. You can also see what's not working, right? So when you create content, you need to go with something that's proven to work for other pages. So what I recommend to do is that you make like a list of 10 pages, you all put them inside of Viral Finder. So then when you have your results over here, you can see all those different pages, and you can just analyze them day by day and see what's working for them and what's not working for them. And with that, you have basically unlimited content IDs. And that's how I do personally my research as well, right? So For the content research, we want to use Viral Finder. Then when we want to create scripts, like keep in mind that for this type of content, what I do on Opus Reality, I make scripts with AI. Like the ones you see over here, it's all with AI, right? So then we need to use a software to make those scripts. And I use 11 Labs. So 11 Labs is super cool. What you can do with it, you can basically use any voice that you want. You can also clone voices. So I can even make my own voice in 11 Labs basically. But over here you have a bunch of trending voices. You can use Peter from English, Viraj, I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, that speaks in Hindi, Anika in English. You get the point, right? So you can basically use any single voice that you would like, and you can also create or clone a voice. So what you can do is you can put a bunch, like you need to download some sort of files, like an interview or some sort of reels, and then 11 Labs will basically make that voice for you based off the files that you've put in there. So it's super cool, and with this you can literally just type in any script that you want, and it's going to give you the exact voice that you need. So for Opus, what I do is like I always use the same voice, and I just type out my scripts that I see are working for other pages because I'm using Viral Finder, and that way I always have viral content. And that's literally how simple it is, right? So for the scripts, use 11 Labs. You have a free version of it, and if your tokens are like, those softwares usually work with tokens, like a limited amount that you can use. So then of course they want you to upgrade to the pay plan, but you can just create a new Google account and do it over again, or you just pay a little bit for it, whatever you prefer, right? Cool. So for the background footage now, again, you either do it or you don't. You don't have to use background footage with AI. Like you can also create reels with like podcasts, with interviews, or with clips from Pinterest, or like luxury lifestyle clips or whatever. It depends on what kind of content you create. So don't see this as something that you must do. Like if it fits your niche, you can use this. So there's a software. It's called Leonardo.ai. And basically what this does is you can type in prompts, and based off of that prompt, it's going to give you images and videos that you can use within your videos. So for example, what I already searched for earlier was like a businessman drinking a coffee, and then it just gives you a bunch of those images that you can use within your reels. Now, a good example, Attitude AI. This page is just completely based off those images. So every single image that we make is made with Leonardo.ai or with Midjourney. So with this, you have a script, and then every single part of the script, of course, it says something, and then you can base your image off what is being said in the script. So that way, all the images are relevant to what you're saying inside of the video as well. So Leonardo.ai is super cool. Of course, it's a bit more of an advanced software, but you can do a lot of stuff with it, basically. So again, as I said over here, you can just type in a prompt. You can do it for images, for videos, and let me move this quickly. And you can also change the style. So for example, if you would like it to be like anime style, if you want it to be like, let me see, this thing, I need to move it quickly out of the way. Cool, there we go. If you want it to be like portrait, fashion, stock photos, you can basically do everything, any kind of style that you want. So again, play around a bit with it, see what kind of style you like and what works for your page, right? Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this if you want to create cool content, but it just makes the process a bit easier if you're looking for specific images, right? Cool. So now that we have our content dialed in, we got a profile set up, it's time to move on to building our audience. And basically what you want to do is, I've said it in previews of my videos as well, followers and reach are rented, but basically owning data of your followers, that's what you really have, right? So what I always recommend to do is to collect emails and build a newsletter, like an email list, right? So what we need to do is we need to create a freebie. So a freebie is a free product, right? We just call it freebie, sounds cool. So what we want to do is, maybe you have some resources yourself already, but if you don't, you can just go to ChatGPT and just ask it to make you a free product that you can give away to your audience. So I go over here, I'm like, hey Chat, give me a outline for a 30-page side hustle guide for beginners. So this is, of course, if you have something in the business niche. If you have a dog page, you don't want to give away a side hustle guide, right? So over here, basically, it gives you the whole structure. And after that, you can literally ask it for you to type it out. Of course, I'm not going to do it right now because it will probably take a couple minutes to get done. But you get the idea. Like, you can just basically ask ChatGPT to make you a free product that you can give away to your audience. And then you need to make like different freebies that you can give away and basically test which one does the best for you and which gets you the most emails, and then you double down on that. So After we're done with the freebie and you have something that you can give away to your audience in exchange for your email, we need to set up some sort of automated messaging. So again, we have another AI tool called ManyChat, and by the way, this is partnered with Meta, so it's completely legal to use. It's not something shady. And on ManyChat, every time, for example, you can see someone comments on any post or reel of mine, what's going to happen is they're going to get a DM from me. So I don't do anything of that. It's all automated. So in here, it says, hey, thanks for dropping a comment on our reel. We're glad to hear at April's Reality, we're all about cutting through the noise and giving you real insights that actually matter. So in here, I basically tell them to sign up for my newsletter, right? So I already do it with like even every single comment that I get to optimize the amount of people that will give me their email. And if you do this with a free product as well, it will work super good. And then over here, of course, you have a button where you have the link where they can join, basically. Then there are a bunch of other cool features as well that you can use with ManyChat. For example, you can send like follow-up DMs if they don't click the link. So over here, I said like, hey, if you're still curious, don't forget to tap the link. I think you'll love it. You can also have a thing where it says, a DM asking you to follow before they get the link. So for example, if you have a viral reel and people are commenting to get your free product or just in general commenting on your reel, what you can do is it will send you can see over here, it will send a message to the person to follow you in order to get the free product or just to get the link to sign up to your newsletter. So it says nearly there, the link is especially for my followers. Right after you follow me, I'll send you the link so you can dive straight in. Right, so this will also help you get more followers and eventually more emails as well, so you build a stronger audience. So this is actually some serious sauce that you can implement right away, because this is what you want. You want to build an email list, you want to collect data from your audience, and ManyChat is such a powerful tool because otherwise you would have to message everyone by yourself. And that takes a lot of time. ManyChat is $15 a month, but trust me, it's 100% worth, because if you have to text thousands of people every single day, every single week, it's so much time. And in the end, time is money as well, right? So use ManyChat to do the automated messaging, to send them to your newsletter. And then with your newsletter, I personally host it on Beehive. And the cool thing as well, what I have on Beehive is that I have a welcome sequence. So of course I use my page called the Opus Reality all the time as an example. So if people subscribe to my newsletter, I have an entire sequence where I basically nurture them and tell them more about what I do and what the page is about. So I have like an entire workflow over here. As you can see, it's like 8 emails long, where of course I give them the freebie, the free product that they've signed up for. I tell them a bit more about what the page is about Face's content creation, and eventually in the last email over here, I sell them my product and I show some results, and I have a link to join the Opus Playbook, which is one of my digital products. And that's how you basically build an audience, because then you're also selling without being pushy, because people already get who you are, what your brand is about, because they've watched the previous emails, or they've been through the previous emails, and they've also got the free product, which of course should be related to what your paid product is going to be about eventually. So this is basically it for audience building. Freebie, ChatGPT, automated messaging, use ManyChat, and then for your newsletter, you want to use Beehive. There are different platforms like ConvertKit, Sparkloop out there as well that you can use. So there are a bunch of options that you can go with. I like Beehive because you can also get paid for just getting emails alone. You have this thing called Boost, which is pretty cool. So every time someone signs up for your newsletter, they have the opportunity to sign up for other people's newsletters as well. And every time they do that, you get paid, which is pretty cool. And in my opinion, Beehive is just pretty easy to use and not that expensive for what you're getting, right? So now we're at the part where I think everyone was waiting for, which is monetizing. So first of all, if you want to make money, of course there are multiple ways. You can make money through the Instagram bonus program right now. You can also repost your stuff on TikTok, get paid from the TikTok creativity program. You can get paid through sponsor deals, from shoutouts and all that stuff. But in my opinion, the best way to make money right now is to just sell a digital product, because your profit margins are 100% after you've, of course, completed the product. And it's the easiest way to make some actually decent money, right? And that you're not like relying on algorithms and, you know, whether Instagram is going to pay you or whether TikTok is going to pay you or that kind of stuff, right? So you would have to create a product. Now, you can use ChatGPT for this, of course, the same way how we did it with the freebie. What is super important to me is that you actually sell something that you stand behind. So don't fully rely on AI over here to create your product. Like, you actually need to have some sort of knowledge about it yourself. Otherwise, what I would recommend to do is to just find like some sort of like an affiliate product that you can sell that's already been proven to work. So you can find them, of course, on Digistore24, on WOP, on Copecard. There are plenty of platforms out there where you can find done for you digital products that you can sell. But if you want to create your own products, you can definitely use ChatGPT to help you create a product. And then you just got to basically put it together. Like, don't expect ChatGPT to make you like the entire digital product with branding and all of that. Of course, it can tell you what to do, but you still need to like actively implement certain things yourself. Then for the payment processor, again, this is basically what you prefer yourself. It's just that there are so many payment processors out there that one of them will for sure work for you. So I'm a big fan of WOP and of Copecard. You can use Stripe, you can use Kajabi, you can use Cool. There are so many payment processors out there that you can use. So I wouldn't overcomplicate this, and this is also not really part of AI. It's just a payment processor, right? So yeah, you just need to set that up for yourself once, and you're good to go. And then once you have a product that you can sell, whether it's your own or you got it from WOP or Copecard from someone else, right, that you sell for a commission, you need to promote it through your Instagram bio and through your freebies and your newsletters, right? So how I do it on Opus is that if you take a look at the page over here, I need to go back to my page again. You can see that I have my link over here where I have my digital products. So as you can see over here, I have a whole nice sales page and all of that stuff. And over here, I have the link in my bio. So everyone that basically goes to my page and follows me, they will see this link eventually. And that, of course, helps a lot to get sales in. Then also, what I have is that I promote it through my newsletter, as I showed you earlier, inside of the whole sequence where I have my product linked to my emails. And then as well, I do reels sometimes to promote my product. So as you can see over here, this reel is like, hey, building a digital garden isn't magic, it's a playbook. So I tell exactly what's inside my digital product, and at the end, I'm like, hey, come on playbook, and I'll send you the link to sign up. And then again, I have ManyChat powered over here, where I send them a link to the sales page. And with this, you can see that I get a bunch of comments on this, which can convert into a lot of sales, and which it actually did. Like, I think this video alone made me probably like $1.5 to $2,000 from one video that I posted. That's it. That's literally it. And then, of course, like, you can promote your freebies for your stories, for your posts and everything, basically. You need to stack up your email newsletter, and that's literally the way to make money right now. So the next steps for you is to just focus on growing your newsletter. Besides selling your digital products through there, also, you actually own your data. You own your following. Like, you're not relying on Instagram or TikTok, and you're not renting followers, as I call it. So there are also lots of other monetization opportunities with your newsletter. You can promote some affiliate products, you can get sponsorships for your newsletter. And as I said as well, with Beehive, you can get paid for people to sign up, which is cool. Then also, what I recommend to do is to write a weekly newsletter to your audience to keep them engaged with your page, because in the end, all what you want is you want to be seen, and people need to recognize your brand. So of course, you need to put out content for them, whether it's of course real stories. That's of course super good to do, but also do newsletters, because a lot of people are still active on email as well, especially the boomers, I call them, right? Like, of course, from my generation, the Gen Z, they're a little bit less active on email, but especially people that are like 30, 40 plus, they're still using email a lot from my own experience. So definitely be there as well. It's super important. Then again, you can just use AI to write you an email. You could just type into ChatGPT, I'm like, hey, I need an email for my Opus reality newsletter about becoming a better version of yourself. And then it's going to give you like an entire email. So yeah, you can see like it gives you subject lines, email bodies, and all of that kind of stuff. Again, what I want you to do is like, you shouldn't rely only on AI. Like, you still need to develop the basic skills so you can see what's good, what's not good, because you need to change it. Like, AI is good to give you the foundation and the structure, but you got to be the one that actually knows whether something is good and whether it's something that you can put out, right? So then when you're focusing on growing your newsletter and you've got a decent amount of emails and you're writing a weekly newsletter, then what you need to do is you need to test with cheap products. So when you start selling digital products, you don't want to instantly sell a $500 product, right? Because you have probably no experience yet. You have not a lot of social proof yet. So start with something that's cheap, with like 10 to 50 bucks. Because you can also sell them a lot easier, right? And with that, you expand your client base and the people that purchase something from you. So then again, like, people that bought something from you are people that can make the most money, that you can make the most money from in the end, because you can upsell those people to like a more pricier product eventually, because they already have trust in you. And if your product is actually good, They spend a lot of time with you, and then you can upsell them to, like, I don't know, a $500 product or a $1,000 product. So test with a cheap product to just expand your client base, so you can eventually upsell them to your higher price products. Now, then after that, when you have your product ready, and you've tested with it, you can promote your digital product through your newsletter by, of course, using the automated email sequences that I use over here. And you can also just do normal email broadcast posts where you promote your product in. So, of course, an email broadcast post is that you just send like one email to your whole email list. So it's not like something automated. So it's just everyone that's on your list will receive the email. And then you just need to post consistently on your Instagram page to drive more traffic to your page and your free product. So use stories to promote your free product, to get people to subscribe to your email list. Use reels for people to comment and to get them signed up for your email list as well. Just post and grow your audience, and actually own your audience, and don't rent your followers from Instagram, right? That's super important. And then it's just literally test and improve, test and improve. The first niche that you might go into might not work out instantly, but then you got to change and adapt your content style, maybe then it will work out, or start a new page and a new niche. Some people get it right the first time. It's all about keeping going, keep testing and improving, and make your content better every single time. Make your free products better every time. Test your free products, which one gives you the best conversion, which gets you the most signups to your email list, and keep doing that. And that's literally everything that you need to do. Of course, it's a lot what I've talked about since I've been going for like 25 minutes right now, but this is the entire blueprint on how you can start making money with AI, and actually without showing yourself. And this is it. So just again to summarize it: profile setup, niche research with ChatGPT, find your username, use name links, create a logo with Canva, content creation. For research, use Viral Finder. For scripts, use 11 Labs. Background footage is Leonardo.ai. Audience building, you can use a free product. You can make that with ChatGPT. Automated messaging is with ManyChat. You can use a lot of different sequences for stories, for reels. Whenever people comment somewhere, you can have a managed automation for that. Newsletter, use Beehive. Again, there are different platforms like Kit, Sparkloop, and ActiveCampaign even out there that you can use for it. Then creating a product, ChatGPT, or you can find them on like a marketplace like Copcode or Wop. Then payment processes, of course, you can use Copcode and Wop as well. Again, you can use Stripe, Cool, Kajabi. There's so many platforms out there where you can process payments right now, so that shouldn't be an issue. And then promote your paid product through your Instagram bio and through your freebie. And what I mean with through your freebie is that you need to integrate your paid product within your free product so people can buy it over there, and also have an automated email sequence after people got the free product where you upsell them to your paid products. That's it. Oh, and by the way, for the people that remember, I have this sheet where I talked about earlier in this video. What you need to do is you need to go to my Instagram @Gosseling, and you need to message me the word sheet, and I'll send it to you. So it's as simple as that, since I appreciate, of course, that you're still watching this video and that you're actively looking to change your situation and get started with building a business on social media. So message me the word sheet, and then I'll send it over to you. So for now, if you like this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, so you don't miss any future videos. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.